As part of We the People, celebrating 250 years, here's This Day in History. Proudly sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Well, as we count down to America's 250th birthday this summer, we're sharing our We the People series, people, places, and things of the past that have shaped our country to what it is today. And today, Charlie, talking a little bit about something that is top of mind for a lot of people.
Yeah, right up there. I thought it was the first thing I thought about this morning.
Yep.
On this day, May 12th, National Odometer Day is celebrated in the United States. You're probably familiar with the instrument that tracks the miles in your car, but you may not know it has a special connection to Wisconsin. While it's debated when the odometer was first developed, the device was first used in wagons and horse-drawn vehicles in the 1600s. But it was Arthur and Charles Warner, who were from Beloit, who developed the first odometer for the automobile in 1903. Their device was patented as the Odometer and used in most vehicles made in the U.S. While the device has had many changes since then, they're all digital now, it continues to be an essential part of cars today. As for Arthur Warner, he was also the first person in the United States to buy an aircraft for business use and Wisconsin's first pilot. That's this day in history for May 12th.
Well, there you have it.
Now you know. The odometer, I think the one he invented was the one with the little wheels that turned. You're not familiar with that because they didn't have odometers like that in any car you have driven, but back in the day, odometers they just turned mechanically. They were connected to the transmission.
Got it. It's very helpful in knowing when to get my oil changed, you know? The gas gauge, though, I'm more concerned about these days, currently on empty in the parking lot right now, so gotta fill that up.
That oil change light when it comes on, that's helpful too.
There you go. Charlie, thank you.